Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. This is Paul. I just wanted to go through some recent small projects, car projects I've been working on. Basically what we've got here is a 50-foot KADEE boxcar on the far left, and then we've got a C&BT kit with dry transfers, a front range with dry transfers, and then an ATHEARN blue box undecorated caboose with dry transfers. I'm going to look at each one of these a little more closely. Well, this is a boxcar that, of course, stock comes with a roof walk, and it's in perfect condition. It was on the consignment shelf at my favorite local hobby shop for $5, and I'm like, I don't do roof walks. They're just a little too out of my period. But I said, you know what? Let's take the roof walk off this and see what we can come up with. And I'm pretty happy with the way it turned out. I've given it some serious weathering, but all the details that you expect from a KADEE car are there. All the separate grab irons and metal wheels, KADEE couplers, of course, and absolutely very happy with the way it turned out. Taking off roof walks definitely can be a pain, but if you take your time and fill the holes well and then file them down and then either repaint the roof or repaint it and weather it both, it can turn out pretty good, and I'm happy with the way this one turned out. So this is a very old kit manufacturer, C&BT shops, and I counted up the different parts on this, and I think there's about 30 something parts. So the parts that I consider the most tedious are definitely the small grab irons. They can be a little tedious. I weathered the sides and the top a little bit, but haven't done anything with the trucks or the wheels. But it was at a spot where I was comfortable stopping for a while. Let me look at the other side. I also find with these kit cars, you're going to have to do some adjustments with coupler height, and I'm pretty strict on trying to make sure they're pretty close to the KADEE coupler height gauge. And I can't remember, I might have had to raise this up a little bit with some of the little washers that go underneath the trucks. But one of the reasons I like this line of kits is no holes in the roof. In other words, if you want to model it without a roof walk, the roof's good to go. I think on this one you actually have to get rid of a piece of extra plastic in the middle, because they unfortunately expect you to put the roof walk on, and you got to cut that out, file it down to make it disappear, and I think this is the one where I had to do that. But overall, very happy with it. Needs a little bit more weathering down around the wheels and trucks, but this is basically using a Campbell Road dry transfers on a painted and unlettered C&BT shops 40-foot boxcar. Okay, so this is another older kit car made by Front Range, which I don't know when they stopped making stuff, but made in the USA. Same dry transfers, Campbell Road. Got hold of several of those recently. And this one has had no weathering whatsoever. I just pretty much finished it last night. and it too comes with the option of modeling the car more modern with lower ladders and no roof walks. But this one comes with a perfect roof. I will say on this kit, the roof and the detail parts were of a different color, which, you know, not a big deal. Oxide red when you paint it and use some dull coat. Yeah, looks pretty decent. And if you look real close, there's probably some places where you're going to see where I've added, you know, additional paint here and there to make it look better. But very happy with the way this turned out. I got one more. In fact, let me show you something. So this is basically the exact same car. I got two of these from somebody on eBay. And this one has had the weights put inside, the underframe put in place, and the roof painted, because like I said, the roof comes boxcar red when it's supposed to be a oxide red. And I will say, I forgot to mention on this, I did another one in the older, just a kit from Front Range, and I could not use, I tried to use the coupler cover plates that came with the kit, and ended up basically slightly modifying a KADEE coupler box lid, and it works great. It, you know, get it at the right height. Did have to sort of trim, sand down the trucks a little bit to lower it. This one, for some reason, comes a little bit high, and a couple of ways around that. It's got like a built-in washer, which you could just shave the whole thing flat. Would have been a lot easier than what I chose to do. But this one hasn't been weathered or anything, but just wanted to show you what it looks like before it gets the dry transfers and all the detail parts. But make sure when you're doing this, you've got the patience. You don't want to be exhausted, because dry transfers, you get one chance to get it right, and the detail parts can be a little frustrating as well. So make sure it's not at the end of the day and you're exhausted, because you'll probably end up chucking the thing across the room. Okay, if you're a Norfolk and Western fan, you'll see this and go, wow, that's completely inaccurate and unprototypical. I would agree. I was originally planning on trying to make this an L&N caboose, and with dry transfers being a little bit harder to get, with Greenway shut down for the winter time until like March or April, and of course I put an order in for some dry transfers from them, and then found out after I paid that we'll be shipping this in March or April when we open back up from being closed. But anyways, so I had some leftover, I think these were BOXCAR dry transfers, but I like it. It's decent enough. It's believable. This started as a black unpainted ATHEARN blue box kit that I ended up painting pretty much everything. The grab irons, the ladders, the end handrails, the brake wheel stanchion. I did add some KADEE brake wheels, which I just think make any model look better. Probably need to put a little bit of yellow on some of the steps, but pretty much assembled this and then added the ATHEARN glass kit. I haven't weathered this at all. Not sure I'm going to keep it, but I might. It's not bad looking with a little bit of weathering. I think it's believable, but it was a fun little project. All right, well, that's about all I've got for you on this one. Thanks for watching. Take care.